animated lungs fading to black, timer counting up in hours. This animal can survive without breathing for hours. And no, it's not a sea creature holding its breath. You've probably seen it in your science book. It's so small you'd need a microscope to see it. And yet, it has a superpower that would make most animals drop dead. We all know oxygen is essential for life. It's how cells create energy. Cut off oxygen for a few minutes, and most animals are in serious trouble. Humans, we have about 4 minutes before things turn deadly. But there's one tiny, single-celled animal that flips the rule book upside down. It can keep going without oxygen for hours. The way it does it is part biology, part survival magic. Meet Paramecium caudatum. If you took high school biology, you may remember this slipper-shaped, one-celled organism. It has a ciliate, meaning it is covered in tiny hair-like structures called cilia that help it move and feed. Under normal conditions, Paramecium uses oxygen just like we do. But here's the twist. When oxygen runs out, it doesn't panic. It doesn't die. It simply switches power sources. Instead of using oxygen-based respiration, it shifts to a process called anaerobic metabolism, basically running on an emergency backup generator inside its cell. Most animal cells can last long without oxygen because they can make enough energy without it. But Paramecium has evolved to survive in environments where oxygen isn't guaranteed, like muddy ponds or stagnant water. When oxygen disappears, it begins breaking down stored compounds in its cell without using oxygen. This produces less energy, but enough to keep it alive and moving for hours, sometimes even a full day, until oxygen returns. Think of it like a hybrid car. It runs on gas most of the time, but when the gas runs out, it can switch to battery mode to keep going. This ability makes Paramecium a fascinating model for scientists studying how life can adapt to extreme conditions. Understanding how it survives without oxygen could give clues about how other organisms, maybe even humans, could survive low oxygen situations, like deep space travel, certain diseases, or extreme environments on Earth. It is also a reminder that even the tiniest creatures can teach us huge lessons about survival. Paramecium isn't the only oxygen rebel. Some worms, microbes, and even fish can go long periods without breathing. But most of them either live in oxygen-poor environments permanently or have evolved specialized adaptations. What makes Paramecium special is its flexibility. It thrives in oxygen, but it's fully prepared to live without it when it has to. So next time you see a pond or read about single-celled life in a textbook, remember, somewhere in there could be a tiny animal casually pulling off a biological stunt that would kill most of us in minutes. For Paramecium, running out of oxygen isn't a death sentence, it's just an inconvenience. And if this is what we've learned from a one-celled organism, just imagine what else is still hiding under the microscope.